It is Subbuteo. Now, the game has been around since 1947, and at the height of its popularity, an amazing 322 club colours were available. Nowadays, I'm afraid, the craze for miniature men is kept alive only by avid collectors around the world. And with us today to tell us why Subbuteo is still a great substitute for the real thing, will you please welcome Pete Whitehead. A bit of a decline, except for collectors and sellers like your good self.
Well, there's a lot of people collecting it now. It's on the increase again. Youngsters are finding out about the game through their fathers, and they're getting interested, looking for teams, surfing the internet, you know. And
so the marvellous thing is that your own team can win, at least you can guarantee.
Absolutely, yeah.
This is a fabulous stadium, actually. So what year are we talking about here?
This is from around the 1990s, early 90s period.
So complex, the size of it. It would take you hours to set this thing up.
It does take quite a while to set something like this up, but as you can see, there's so much detail gone into it. When they made this game, they went into a great amount of detail. You've got the little photographers, the police on the horseback, you've got the cameramen,
televisions,
TV tower, you've got the track-suited figures, you've got the stadium, which is based on Tottenham Hotspur's ground, White Hart Lane, when they built that, when they made this stadium in the 80s.
They got all the lights and everything.
And the floodlights and the Astro pitch. They go into a lot of detail. I mean, pretty much everything you see here is what you will find on the actual football ground.
In the old days, you didn't have the pitch provided, did you, the felt?
No.
You had to provide your own.
That's right. They had an army blanket was used. This was 1947.
Let's go and have a look, actually, at the first one, because it wasn't actually called, so the very, very first one wasn't Subbuteo.
No, it wasn't. No. This is New Footy. This came out in 1929. They were the inventors of table football, Keeling brothers from Liverpool. As you can see, the figures are made of lead and hand-painted. Very difficult to flick around, really.
Lots of paper instructions.
Lots of paperwork, goals made of wood. Then in 1947, after the war, a chap called Peter Adolph developed the game a little further. He came out with a set like this, which was paper goals, bases made of plastic rather than of the lead.
You could press out your figures.
Yeah, they were to be pressed out, put into the bases. As you can see, there's a piece of chalk there. What you did, you get your army blanket, map it out with a pitch. That was an early 50s example.
But probably very popular.
Yeah, very popular in the 50s.
And now we're getting into...
This is sort of mid to late 50s, and you got a pitch with this set. The players were made of celluloid, which is like a plastic. They didn't break as easy. There were a lot more hardware in, and as you can see, the goals now have realistic netting rather than the paper ones. Yes, they progressed quite a way.
Okay, now where do we go to next? Which is the next progression, as it were?
This is the 1960s.
This one?
Yeah. We've got here the three-dimensional figure. This revolutionised the game. When they went on to the 3D player, they brought out a lot of different teams, all hand-painted by girls in factories. They came out with
all the little lights
floodlights
and everything,
and that's when they started with what you see there, but an early version of the stadium. Yeah, they came out with other games. They did angling, they did cricket, they did rugby, but they came out with this Beatles set. Don't know why they did it. It was a one-off thing that was done only for a couple of years, sort of 1964,
I suppose 65. At the height of their popularity. And having
that's right.
Now, if we move forward to this one. Now we're really getting into it, aren't we?
Yeah, well, this is 1970s World Cup period.
Even got the World Cup?
That's right, they've got the Jules Rimet trophy there. You've got Holland and West Germany, hand-painted teams again, three-dimensional figure. This comes with two trays, and the second tray, which is underneath here, you've got England, the England flag, you've got the pitch, various other accessories. Everything you need to play the game is in this set.
Now, can you imagine getting this on a Christmas morning?
Brilliant, absolutely lovely. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting it for Christmas this year myself. I mean, it's just a great set to have.
So you obviously sell on the internet.
That's right,
what kind of demand do you find there is worldwide for this?
It's a huge amount. I mean, football is a worldwide sport. I mean, everybody loves the game. I get over 3,000 hits a month now on my website.
For people wanting to
from
add
all over the world. I mean, I sell as far wide as Botswana, South America, North America, all over Europe.
And after the World Cup, there'll be a renewed interest.
That's right.
This one again, we're not going to take it out of the box.
No, this set's from 1977. They started to bring out a stadium, very similar to this, a little bit smaller. To promote it, they put it in a box like that. Lots of accessories, comes with 3 trays. again, everything in there that you needed to play the game.
Talking about trays, I want to go round to this other one over here, because here you have like a complete compendium of rugby, football, cricket.
That's
this is
right.
fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, this
So these all sort of sit like this, don't they?
That's right. It all sits in nicely in that box. You've got 3 games in there. You've got the cricket, the rugby, and the football. This set came out in around about 1980. So it was great for anybody that loved all 3 games. Obviously, you've got the rugby. In 1980, this retailed at about £85, which was a lot of money then. It was a week's
But it's a big set. It's all done a wonderful big case.
Yeah, that's right. And now a set like this would set you back about £600 in this condition.
And it's a point of interest. It's Subbuteo. It's such a funny old name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
He wanted to call the name The Hobby, but he wasn't allowed to do that. So he found there was a bird called The Hobby, and the Latin was Falco Subbuteo, and that's where he got the name from.
Excellent. And finally, as we were saying, it wasn't
but this is the cricket,
the
cricket sets. Difficult game to play, but people do enjoy it, and it's great to collect. This is Sport Billy. He was the mascot for the 1982 World Cup. And they bought this set out for young kids of around about 5-6 years of age, who are a little bit young to be playing in such detail as that, and they could play this game. And again, it wasn't a game that took off very well, only was available for a year or 2.
Well, I have to tell you, knowing that you were coming in today, I had a good old route around all the games, and I found a set, but it was so missing in pieces. I thought that I didn't bring it in. But I guess every household will have one somewhere, because at some point everybody had to have one of these
everybody has heard of Subbuteo. It's a worldwide name, and people still love it today, which is great that the game is still alive.
And will you be watching the game tomorrow? Or are you just
absolutely. Well, we've got the game set up here. We've got England, Argentina, so maybe a game later on and see what the result is.
Covering your options, Pete.
That's right.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Pete Whitehouse.